What's up? Today I'm doing a book review on a book called The Narcissist You Know by Dr. Joseph Burgo. Now, I read this book a few months ago. I just saw it on Amazon, and I'm very interested in the field of psychology, and I never actually quite knew what a narcissist was, so this book gave me a real deep insight into what a narcissist was. Now, in the book, Joseph Burgo dissects narcissists into many different phases of life. He talks about a self-righteous narcissist. It talks about, narcissists that live their narcissism through their children, basically. For example, you take a mother or a father. I'm not trying to be, gender specific here, but a mother or a father living their success through their children. For example, a father wants a son to be successful and famous, or a father wants to be famous himself, but he doesn't succeed, and then he gets a son to do it. I think Tiger Woods' father actually done that. Like, he played golf, but he wasn't that good, so he instilled golf in his son. I don't know if Tiger Woods' father was a narcissist right enough. I'm just using that as a point of reference to explain what I mean by living your success through your children. There's a lot of different things that are talked about. Talked about how Michael Jackson would have been a narcissist, and how he always wanted to be a child, how his dad treated him bad. I don't want to go too much into that kind of stuff, because that's not really it is what this is about, but I don't want to sit and talk about celebrities here as if celebrities are bad people. They're not bad people, but they're just like the rest of us. But just for an example of this book, of what the author goes into, and he talks about many behaviour characteristics of narcissists, what they do. Like, some of them are very seductive, they'll be very charming, and then they'll backstab you and stuff like that. And how narcissists and sociopaths they're sort of related in a way, in terms of what they do, and also about how narcissists, if you question their ego or question their self-esteem or pride or whatever, they will go off the rails at you, basically. And a thing called a narcissistic injury, which is basically taken when their pride takes a punch, basically, or whatever metaphor you want to use, but I'll just use that one for now. And enough about that. I just want to tell you what I think about the book and whether you should get it. Initially I thought, no matter who you are and what you're interested in, you should get it. Now, I'm not so sure. I think definitely if you're into psychology and human behaviour, you should get it, but I don't think this book's for everyone. I wouldn't necessarily say it offends a lot of people, but I don't think a lot of people would, necessarily care about reading this kind of material. And that's up to them. I mean, everyone's different. I'm very into the psychology aspect of things, psychology in sports and just psychology in general. But not everyone's like that, so it's not for everyone. But if you're interested in people and how their minds tick or whatever, and why certain people do this behaviour and that behaviour, or maybe if you're for example, if you're in a corporate setting or something to that effect, and you wonder why this person's being an asshole or whatever, and if you want to find out if they're a narcissist, if you want to know how to deal with them without offending them or hurting yourself, then I would definitely recommend it. Or if you're just like me and you're into psychology and you want to know a little bit more about narcissism, then I'd recommend it for that bunch of people. But for the majority of the population, I don't think this book necessarily applies to the most people out there. It's not a self-help book or anything like that, I would say. It's more like a narcissism 101, an explanation of narcissism. I think that's the right word to use, I'm not sure. But anyways, look, feel free to give your thoughts and views on the book if you've read it, or if you're going to read it or whatever. Feel free to critique my review if you think it's inaccurate. If you think something I said's wrong, that's fine as well. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe, and that's all I've got to say for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll have more book reviews to come in the future. Thank you.